Let me guess, you are addicted to the internet. It may seem hard to admit, but deep down you know you are addicted to the internet. And you watch specifically self improvement and productivity advice online. And also, you have short form content addiction. For example, you watch a lot of Instagram reels or YouTube shorts or fucking TikTok, and you average around 8 hours of screen time. And if you relate to some of these, you are Patrick from SpongeBob. You know that meme that the starfish drowning you used to comment on other Instagram reels. How did I know that? I used to have 12 hours of screen time in my phone. You know for a fact that watching short form content and watching a lot of YouTube video was bad for you, but still you watch a lot of short form content. That's why I'm saying you are that drawing starfish comment. You know for a fact that watching a lot of YouTube videos and short form content is bad for you, but still you do them. That's why I'm calling you Patrick from SpongeBob, drooling meme. But deep down in you, you think you are smart, just like me. I think I'm smart. I was called smart in primary school. I was that kid who's gifted and has a lot of potential. But as time goes on, I was in middle school, I was not paying attention in class. All I think about is how to get good at video games. I have a video game problem at that time. So I spend my focus only on video games, not on grades. So I started to have average grades. Then I was called as the average kid. Then time goes on, I was in high school and I was not really studying all the time. I used to bunk classes and go to movies and stuff. But most of the time, my focus was on video games, what movie to watch. I was just distracted, and really the day before exam, I used to sit down and study for 4 hours, just to get barely past, on the exams. If you're anything like me, you relate to this a lot. Then time goes on, I started to fail some classes, and I was called a dumb kid. Did you see that I was called a dumb kid because of my grades? Because only of my grades. But did you notice that all this time I was not even trying? I wasn't studying a lot. I was focusing on entirely different things. That's why I'm getting low marks. All this time I was focusing on silly things like how to get good at video games, and I was watching a lot of productivity videos, but I'm not being productive enough. I just watch and I don't take any action. But deep down, I know I'm smart because I used to spend a little time to study and get good grades in middle school. Not only that, if I focus on something that I was curious on, for example, in video games, I get good at new video games pretty fast than my friends. All this time, my stupidity and my smartness was measured by grades, but deep down, I think I'm smart. And if you relate to me, I think you are also smart. You don't have to prove this to anyone or tell that you are smart to everyone. You just have to know that you are smart. Now that we are looking at your childhood, and you're pretty smart, but all those bad grades and talks around it, your parents and peers, made you think you are really dumb, like Patrick from SpongeBob level dumb, and you believed it. That's why you're spending most of your time on YouTube and short form content. The point I'm trying to make is, if you realize that you are smart, and if you find yourself doing a stupid thing like watching watching short form content, for example reels. I used to do that a lot. If you know that you are smart, if you have the identity of a smart person, what you will do is you will ask yourself, uh, what will a smart person do at this time? And you watched a lot of YouTube videos on that. You know why social media is bad for you, and you will take action. You will get out of social media. You maybe delete it, or you maybe start I don't know, a dopamine detox, because you know a lot about them, but you never took action because you thought you were dumb. What dumb people do, they watch a lot of short form content. So now that you know you are smart, you will do the right things. That's it.